go, go, go! Let's do this.
Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is GamingWithSal. Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I want to go ahead and talk about how Modern Warfare is potentially going to get fixed by Infinity Ward. Now, most of you guys are probably wondering, well, what do you mean by it's going to get fixed? Like, what was broken with it? I don't know, you guys. This is more like an opinion, but there's a lot of things that need fixing in this game, and I made a video talking about it. And if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I'll leave like an annotation on your screen somewhere. And before I go ahead and dive into what these issues are and what is possibly going to get fixed, I do want to make a disclaimer that I am kind of sick right now, so if my voice seems a little off for this video, I do apologize. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the issues. So one of the main issues for this game is that it's very campy, and a lot of people are on the fence about this because, believe it or not, there are a bunch of people in the Call of Duty community who are playing Modern Warfare as of right now and are claiming that they actually enjoy the way it is as of right now. Like, the way the game is built in its current state is something that they're enjoying. They like the tactical play style of this game. They like how it's quote unquote a little campy, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not saying that there's anything that I have against those types of people. If you like that type of playstyle, then you know, that's all you. But at the end of the day, there's still a bunch of people who are having issues with this game being very campy, and regardless of which side you're really on, to be honest, you know there's a problem when free-for-all and team deathmatch don't even hit the max amount of points that you're supposed to get for that match to be done. Instead, it reaches a time limit, meaning that in free-for-all, for example, you need 30 kills to end the game. Well, 9 out of 10 times that I've played free-for-all, at least, I've seen people only get maybe like a max of 24 kills, and then the time runs out. You know, like, that's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, when it comes to Call of Duty, it's an arcade shooter. It's always been an arcade shooter. I get that Infinity Ward is trying to go for that realistic approach, but honestly, when it comes down to the way the weapons are designed and how they shoot and just the animations of them and just the way the graphics look, that is enough realism for me personally. I still want that arcadey feeling when it comes down to Call of Duty, because at the end of the day, it's Call of Duty. It's not, you know, Rainbow Six Siege. It's not Battlefield. You get what I'm trying to say? And here's the thing, even if you like the tactical type of game style, you have the realism mode there for a reason. You know, there's no minimap, there's no HUD or anything like that. It's straight up bare bones, and on top of that, like I said, in that type of game style, in that type of game mode, you have to play tactically in order to do well. So for all of you guys who love playing super tactically or quote unquote campy, then, you know, you have the realism mode there. And like I said earlier, you know, this is Call of Duty, it's not Battlefield. Even if you like to play something like Battlefield, dude, we have ground war. But once again, everything that I'm saying so far is strictly my opinion. So I'm not saying this to be offensive. I'm not saying this to, you know, hurt anyone's feelings or anything. This is just my personal thoughts. So at the end of the day, what is actually going to happen? Well, according to the Gaming Revolution, and if you guys don't know who this guy is, he has been leaking out a lot of stuff for Call of Duty for the past few years, and especially for Modern Warfare. And he's been getting a lot of hate and a lot of skepticism towards his way, but at the same time, most of the things that he has said has made its way into Modern Warfare, so therefore he is pretty credible. But according to him, and only him so far, we are going to be getting a huge overhaul to Modern Warfare. This is going to include bringing back the original minimap, which, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, well, the original minimap and how it used to work in past Call of Duty titles is if someone shot their weapon that was unsuppressed, they would show up as a red dot on the enemy's minimap, regardless if there's a UAV or not. In this game, if there's no UAV up in the air or a personal radar up in the air, then they will not show up whenever they fire their weapons. So what that kind of does, in my opinion, once again, and from what I've kind of studied and the way this game plays, is that since you don't know where enemies are shooting from, first of all, you're going to have situations where you're running down a hallway or a road or an area of the map, and suddenly you just get taken out of nowhere, and you're like, wait, where did I get taken out from? You know, because the red dot doesn't pop up. And by the time you kind of figure out where they're shooting from and where you got killed from, by then you spawn back in to a whole different area of the map, and it's too late to, you know, go find the person that took you out. You know what I mean? And on top of that, when red dots don't show up on the minimap, you don't get an idea of where the enemies are coming from. And that's another thing, spawns. Infinity Ward themselves have acknowledged that the spawns are kind of broken in this game, which is no surprise to me, because there are times where literally, you guys, I walk out into, I don't know, an open area of the map 2 seconds, not even 2 seconds after I spawn in, and immediately I get taken out by like 2 different guys that were just aiming down on my pathway for the longest time ever. You know, like that should not be happening. There was one time where I spawned right behind an enemy who was reloading after he took one of my teammates out. That should not be happening. The spawns are broken for sure, and you know, they need to be fixed. But like I said, at the end of the day, you guys, the minimap is the main thing in my opinion. I was playing a custom game, believe it or not, with bots, and if you guys didn't know, you can actually change the UAV in custom games to where an enemy shoots his or her weapon, they will show up as a red dot on the minimap. All you have to do is just go, I think, under general or something like that, find minimap and change it to enabled instead of something along the lines of UAV only or something like that. I forgot, I'm so sorry, but the point is you can enable that setting in custom games to where it acts like the traditional minimap that we've seen in past Call of Duty titles. And I'm telling you guys, even though I was playing against bots, I put them on hardened difficulty just so I can kind of get close as possible to an average player and how well they play. It made a world of a difference, a huge difference, you guys. I was able to kind of anticipate where the enemies are coming from, prepare myself, be able to move around the map confidently. And I know, once again, I was playing against bots, but just to make it as realistic as possible or as close as to an average player, I did change the difficulty to hardened. So at the end of the day, whatever I felt and experienced in that custom game could actually happen when I play actual public matches against real players if this minimap was back to its original form, like how it's been in past Call of Duty titles. That is the main thing that I would like to see them actually do. Once again, everything that I'm saying up until this point, you guys, is based off of the Gaming Revolution's theory or claim that they will be overhauling the game and making all these different changes. So take it with a grain of salt, you know, because at the end of the day, it's still a rumor. Even though this guy has been credible, we still got to make sure that we keep our minds open because we haven't heard anything official from Infinity Ward themselves. Overall, everything that we talked about so far, which includes the spawns, the minimap, that's all great and everything. But one more thing that they're probably going to actually fix is the footsteps, which please Infinity Ward, fix the footsteps, because I can hear a player literally running towards my direction a mile away, which means they can also hear me coming towards them from a mile away, which is a huge problem because a lot of people are just sitting in corners and pretty much just abusing their headsets and the footsteps in this game and kind of getting an idea of where the people are coming from that are on the enemy team. And that is not a good idea. Like, I get that they want us to play tactically, but that's not tactical at all. That's just encouraging camping. Once again, my opinion. And at the end of the day, why are we conformed to having to play this tactical play style? Like, I thought a few months before Infinity Ward even launched this game, or a few weeks before, I can't remember when, they said something along the lines of how they wanted to cater to all play styles. Right now, that is not the case. But if they go ahead and make these necessary changes, the minimap, the footsteps, the spawns, that will cater to all play styles. Because if people who want to move a little bit faster and kind of rush, they can play regular public matches. People who want to play more tactically jump onto realism. People who want to play ground war, go play ground war. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many options in this game that can cater to all playstyles in different game modes. That's how it should be. And on top of that, this is a completely different topic because this is something that they won't be able to fix. But the maps are kind of horrendous in my opinion for the most part. But if they go ahead and release DLC maps and make a separate playlist for those DLC maps and maybe bring some fan favorite maps back, that could possibly kind of revive this game and allow people to kind of enjoy it a little bit more. But in the end, you guys, these are just my opinions. These are just my thoughts. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm personally attacking you if you like this game how it is in its current state. That's not the case at all. These are just my opinions, and I'm pretty sure most of the Call of Duty community can agree with me that out of all the changes we talked about, the minimap, the footsteps, and the spawns, these three things need to at least go back to its original form. But with that said, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in today's video. Once again, remember, this is just a rumor, and that this overhaul, apparently, which I completely forgot to mention to you guys, is coming towards the end of November. Once again, according to the Gaming Revolution. So hopefully, cross our fingers, this update and this huge overhaul coming to the game will come towards the end of November. I'm hoping so, and hopefully in the end, it makes all players with all play styles much more happier. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll never miss an upload, and follow me on my social media accounts to stay connected. Links will also be in the description below, and I will go ahead and talk to you guys in the next one. So take care of yourselves, and bye.